Hello, pals. It's me, Mickey Mouse. Today we're going to be playing a game. Oh, boy. I'm joking. We're going to be making a game today. Ooh, I got to pee.
Characters, first-person character, because that's what we're going to be doing for the series. I'm going to make it a first-person game. We'll go to the prefabs, and then...
Hold up.
Let's exit out of it real quick. These standard assets were created for Unity 2018, so some of the things in there are not going to work properly anymore. Right here at the bottom, you can see we already have an error. We're just going to press the error. It's going to take us to its path. I'm just going to click and delete it. Nothing else is popping up. That means there's only a problem with that one script, which is perfect. Let's go into our standard assets folder, characters, first.
Okay. So, alright, so, assets. Characters. I don't think there is. Bro. Hold up. What if I could just, like...
Get right next to this ladder would be. And this is our... And then for it's already 18, so some of the things in there are not going to work properly anymore. Right here at the bottom, you can see we already have an error. We're just going to press the error. It's going to take us to its path. I'm just going to click and delete it. Nothing else is popping up. That means there's only a problem with that one script, which is perfect. Let's go into our standard assets folder, characters, first-person character, because that's what we're going to be doing for the series. I'm going to make it a first-person game. We'll go to the prefabs, and then we're going to take FPS controller, click and drag it into our scene. Now, the reason I like this Unity setup is because up here is where I will be creating the game, and down here is what
Okay.
see. If you guys have not been able to realize already, our little character indicated by these green markings right here is actually clipping through the ground that we created. Let's just pull him up real quick so that way he doesn't fall through the map.
Hold up.
So if you look at the shelf in the room that the main character wakes up in the beginning of the game, if you look at the titles and you put them in reverse order and you take the first letter of each of the titles, it spells the name of the game. It's pretty cool, right? I haven't slept in 3 days. I think my family just held a funeral for me because they assumed I was dead.
Oh, that's alright. You're going to be careful here because if you go around the corner too fast, you will clip through the floor and fall into an endless hell dimension.
Oh yeah, and don't pick up an item if you already have one equipped. Your game will crash and your console will light on fire. What? Oh yeah, we're ready to launch. So if you look at the
Bro, this is 1 year ago. I need 2024. I don't think anybody has. This was 6 months ago. I mean,
hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the production. My name is David,
Shit.
and in today's full-length tutorial video, we are going to be going over how to make a basic horror game inside of Unity. This is going to include map creation, all the scripts, texturing, everything from start to finish, from clicking that build button at the very end to publishing it on itch.io or anywhere else you want it to be. I'm not going to make any cuts in this video, it's just going to be a full walkthrough on how to do this. So if you guys do enjoy today's tutorial, please drop me a like, subscribe, share with your friends, do all that fancy stuff, and let's just dive right into it. As always, in the description you can find all of my assets, scripts, models, sound effects, everything you need for this tutorial.
Okay, guys, we're gonna download all his ass. So, I guess let's get the download. Oh boy. Did I already do this one? I don't remember. I think I did. Alright. Why do people call it zip? Gra, 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 boom, boom, boom. Alright, guys, so as you can see, we're gonna be making a full Unity game. It is currently 10 o'clock Eastern time, 10:04 to be exact. Saturday. I know. I wanted this, but I don't want to. So. Kra, 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 boom, 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 boom. Kra, kra, kra. Alright, so everything is done downloading. Leave.
And other tutorials on the channel you can find in there. So, if we do that really quick, we go to my Google Drive, you will see basic horror game assets. Let me show you around here. So inside we have effects, which is
Alright, hold up.
I'm going to be using, and muzzle flash for the gun.
Alright, let's get that. Let's bring all of that stuff out here. So new folder, game, assets. I'm gonna delete that. Listen there. Open. And whatever. It should work the same. Alright, so all that stuff is in there. These.
Because in the game, we're going to be adding a gun. We have all the miscellaneous textures that I'm not going to be using every single one of these, but I figured let me compile a good little library for myself and for you guys to download. Inside the models folder, we have arms, which are just basic arms for the player. We have a chainsaw asset because I'm going to be using that for my enemy. We have a Glock for the gun we're going to be using. We also have a lantern that I modeled, just so we have a light source, and a zombie with its according animations that I got from Mixamo, just because this is going to be a very basic how to get everything set up tutorial. We have a few scripts, and then I actually have a README file in here, so if you guys want to read that yourself, it kind of explains what each script is going to do. If you do want to skip this tutorial, there is a README file here. Down here to sounds, we have some sound effects, which I don't know exactly what they're doing right now. That is odd. Okay, don't know what that was about. Just some stuff for the chainsaw. We have a few background musics that we can choose from, a pistol shot, and then I have a few walking sound effects. They're just tiles for right now. Later on, I might actually update this folder to make your guys' library a little bit more in variation of what you can do. We have UI, which is the Satan text, which I'm going to be using for this tutorial, and then a hand UI for grabbing objects and such. So, first of all, what I'm going to do, place that over there, and I'm going to open up Blender. I'm using a very old version of Blender. This is, I believe, 2.79, so right before they got into the new UI and the new shortcuts and stuff for Blender, just because this is the one I've always used, this is the one I've learned on, so that is why I'm using this one. With that, all the shortcuts should be pretty similar on how to get started. We're just going to be making a very basic map right now, and then texturing it, importing it into Unity, and then actually building the game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press X and Enter to delete the starting cube. I will create a plane.
Alright, so I'm gonna open up Blender. If I'm correct. Weird. Alright. Just making sure. Alright. I don't want that to go away though. I don't. Alright. Oh.
into Unity and then actually go in the game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press X and enter to delete the starting cube. I will create a...
Alright, so create. Alright, hold up. Alright, so let's go to Blender. Actually, no. Add. Bro, why is... Bro, what? Bruh. Bro. Oh, okay. Getting somewhere. Bro. Okay, it doesn't need to be that big. Sure.
a plane, scale it up, probably the size of the grid.
Cuzzo. Cuzzo. Cuzzo, be for real. What grid? What grid? Huh? Huh, Cuzzo? Cuzzo. What is this? Cuzzo. What grid? Sure. Leave it. Driving me crazy.
And then what I'm actually going to do, we should have kept that cube. Let's add a cube. And I'm going to scale it down to, say, maybe 0.5.
Are you serious right now? I got a cube now? I don't even know how I got this stupid. How I don't even... Driving me crazy. It don't tell me nothing. I'm just trying to copy what he says.
Too big. Let's do 0.25. Okay. The reason I'm doing this is because I want to figure out how big our player is meant to be so we can build the scene around what the player is supposed to be. So let's say the player's height, let's do it up to, let's do something like this. Okay, so that is the player's height. And then the camera inside of Unity is probably going to be up here. So what I'll do...
Oh, right. Now I understand what you're saying. So, like, if he... Okay. Oh, okay, because, hold up. I'm about to... Move it up, cuzzo. No, this. Cube. Move. I'm so strong. What the heck?
Is E to extrude, S to scale down, E again to extrude, and then just kind of make a very basic shape for the head. So,
Alright. Look, hey, yo, Dre, I got something to say. Cool, da-da-da-da-da-da. Cool, cool. What did I do? Okay, can I like, come on, cuz I'm just got. Okay. I was like, yo, Dre, do you think you can buy me a bottle of rose? Okay, let's get it now. This can be queso, right? Add cube. Where'd it go? Why are you right there? What the heck? Oh, no. Guys, it's the Freddy Fazbear. Is this the Freddy Fazbear? This is actually gonna take so long, bro. Boom! Boom! Get on about it. Fake fucking applause. Boom! Sure, the head's right there.
Is the player's height, and right here, this weird little hopper I've made is where the camera will sit. So when we're inside of Unity, this will be the player's view, kind of like that. All right. I'm gonna rename that cube to player test, so I know to delete that before.
I don't think I can change it. What is this goofy thing, bro? What? I can't even name it. How do I rename something? I like how you flockity clock. Okay, it's good enough, guys.
We're exporting into Unity. And now with that, I'm actually going to scale up using S. Plane some more.
Jamal, how do you move? Okay. Okay, that's a little bit big.
Okay. So pretty much I'm going to be making a maze type thing. So that way the player has to roam around, find a way out, and all that other good stuff. So let's go tab on the plane to go into edit mode. I'm going to press W and subdivide it. Down here, I'm going to subdivide a few more times. I can only do 10 mode. Yeah. So let's go tab on the plane.
Okay, cuzzo, whatever you say. Tab. W. Divide. See, he went 10.
To go into edit mode, I'm going to press W and subdivide it. Down here, I'm going to subdivide a few more times.
That's 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. That's what that is.
I can only do 10, which is not going to do for now. So put that to 10 and then subdivide again and again.
Oh my gosh. Tab. Subdivided.
What I'm trying to... I can only do 10, which is not going to do for now. So put that to 10 and then subdivide again and again. What I'm trying...
Alright, so he did it 2 times, right? So 1, 2, I did it 2 times, yep.
to do is make sure the walls are not going to be too...
Okay, hold on. How do you move? Oh! I'm just trying to move, bro. How do you move? How do you move? Kra.
thick. So if I actually grab my player, place him over here, that is how thick the walls are right now in the game, which is pretty thick-ish. For a basic horror game, I might keep it because I don't want to make it too much, or else it's going to start lagging the program, and then it's just going to make the game overall glitchy. The real way you should be doing this is making your plane, which you guys can do this. You go into tab, and you do Control R to make your individual cuts, and then that's how you would build your wall like that. But since this is a very basic tutorial, we're going to be doing a grid pattern kind of like this, and then just drawing where we want the walls to be.
Huh?
Like this. But since this is a very basic tutorial, we're going to be doing a grid pattern kind of like this, and then just drawing where we want our walls to be. So, I'm actually gonna make this bigger because it doesn't matter how big the map is, really. Just because we can draw out our walls here, and then this is no longer a play zone, so we'll just delete that out later. So make it as big as you really want. Just subdivide it one more time, so that way my walls are about the same size as the player. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 7 and 5 to get the top view, orthographic view. And let's say the starting room for our player
This don't make any sense. Bro, what? So we subdivided it even more. Let me click on it. Let me move. Dude. No. Move. Wow. Jeez.
is going to be up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press C to get this little drawer. You draw with your left click and you hold shift to delete it. Delete the selection, that is. So what I'll do is I'm going to just draw scroll wheel to bring up or down, by the way. I'm going to bring it down to the smallest size, and I'm just going to start drawing the rooms. So let's say, I don't want it there. This is going to be the starting room for the player right there, okay? What I'll actually do is I'll bring the player object over here, and just make sure that it's not going to be too big or too small to roam around, which this is a pretty good starting size for, you know,
How did he get both of them together? Bro, what? Yo. Do I have to do this in Blender though?
And then let's say there is a hallway right here. Okay, still drawing it, pressing C to get into that draw mode, and then right clicking to get out of it. You can see I cannot move my camera right now. I right click, get out of it, hold shift, and use the scroll wheel, press down to actually pan around the scene. So
Oh my god, bro. What? No. I guess I don't play Fortnite. I hope you know that, right? I know you know. I don't. I don't play Fortnite. So I don't know. Bro. What you mean open? Yes, open. Are you actually serious? Why? Cuzzo! No! I want it. I don't think that's big enough. There's the camera right there. So what is that? Okay. How do? Why is it? Oh. And walls and blender. What? 4.1. 4.
Create a professional.
Why does it skip?
What's up, guys? Justin here with CGEssentials.com, back with another Blender architectural modeling tutorial for you. So, you guys have been asking me a lot about ways to create different kinds of architectural models and how we can use Blender in order to create models for architecture. So, this is probably going to be several different videos about different common things you want to do in architecture. In the first video, I wanted to talk a little bit about some different ways you can create walls inside of Blender. So let's go ahead and just jump into it. Alright, so there's a bunch of different ways that you can do this inside of Blender. You're going to have to kind of pick the one that you like the best. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a few different ways that you can create walls, and then you can kind of decide what's going to be your favorite and what you can use inside your workflow. So the easiest way to create walls inside of Blender, if you have a simple shape, is to use a cube. So if I do a Shift-A, and then I add a cube, and then we're going to move it up a little bit, and we're going to move it over a little bit. And let's see, probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into edit mode. So I'm just going to hit tab, go into edit mode, and we're just going to move this along the x-axis, move this along the y-axis. Whoops. Like this. So let's say you had a simple room like this. What you could do is you could set this cube up so that the outside of it fits the outside of your so that it fits the outside of whatever shape you're trying to create. And then you can delete out the face on the top, so you can just select it, hit the delete key, and delete this face. And so
You stupid monkey. Ain't no way. You stupid. Alright, because I want to add something. Okay, I'm going to hit V. Alright, where's that? Okay, where's, okay, where is this? Yup, right there. Nope, you big fat monkey. That's not what I want to do. Move it down. Alright. Okay, like that. Perfect. Gra, gra, boom, 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 gra. Alright, cause okay, we're working with something. B. Are you freaking serious right now? This is no rock and roll. Are you really serious right now? Alright, Kaido, I think I'm ready to add a poopy scoopy. I'm going insane. Pick up the file, pick up the go, listen to the rock and roll. Alright. Move it back here. If I were your boyfriend, yeah, I'd never be the same. If I were your boyfriend, yeah, I'd never be the same. And then Queso's gonna break the whole thing. Oh my lordy lordy. Great! Get your goofy all out of here.
One hallway and press C to draw. And let's say that hallway brings you into this type of room that's a little funky. Has some shape to it. Maybe this is like the diner room or something like that.
Yes. Okay. I'll go back to that one and watch this.
In this video, I will be attempting to make a horror game in under 24 hours. Horror games might be the most popular choice of genre for indie developers, probably partly due to the success they could find, even if the game is simple. And being a typical stupid dude under the age of 25, I want to be successful without actually putting any work to earn it. Henceforth, making a video game in a single day. Also, I have the attention span of a goldfish. Sir, it's your wife. She's suffering from pneumosilico-cybofornic silico-microscopic mega-hemo-mellow-hypofornic hyper-micro-silico-glypo-bleepo-mepo-mappo-frocco-stucky-wacky-fornic silico-stomach bug. The only thing I did before the 24-hour period was plan out what I wanted the game to be. And the game is simple. You live in a log cabin, and there's a monster in the woods that wants to eat you. He can't get inside, so he will do certain things to sabotage you, like damage the power box, which shuts off all the lights, forcing you to come outside and fix it. But it's freezing outside, and you must stay warm. There's a fire inside, but the monster will drop snow to put it out, and you must keep it lit. And lastly, the blizzard will occasionally blow the windows open, which will not only keep you from staying warm, but will also create an entrance for the monster to climb into.
I know I am.
If you survive until the morning, you win the game. Starting the clock with 24 hours left, the first thing I'm going to do is launch Unreal Engine with a first-person template, since I want this to be a first-person game. So first we need a log cabin, so let me just look through my asset packs real quick. Oh, look at that! A log cabin asset pack. It's almost like I chose the environment by looking through the asset packs I already owned. And I'm just going to use the pre-made demonstration map because y'all know the famous proverb, Shawkat hates environmental design and also he's bad at it. Oh snap, this map has snowfall, and the door is already interactable.
Oh,
This game
no.
better be a breeze. Oh, we can't fit. Let's fix up the player dimensions and chop this guy's arms off. Pulling up our list, the first thing I want to do is have the blizzard blow the window.
Okay. Oh my gosh, bro. Hell no, bro. Unreal Engine. I really hope this doesn't take 8 years to download. Oh my gosh. What the heck? Oh my god. Did I already not download it? If I was your boyfriend. Thumbnails. Ew. The freak. I'm about to bust. Open the launcher. I'm about to shoot me on the blah blah baby blah baby and shoot me on the blah blah baby and shoot me on the blah blah baby blah baby and shoot me on the blah blah baby. Took my balls and turned to the ketchup. I'm gonna rap on it be like when I don't even know where to go anymore. Skip it to a higher risk. It seems like Unreal Engine is easier to use.
Since we don't even have a monster yet. Unfortunately, these window meshes are connected to the frames, making them impossible to even open. So I'll have to pull them into Blender real quick to fix it. A quick little incision here should do the trick. Another successful operation from Dr. Shawkat. In Unreal Engine, I'll use the timeline to control the rotation of the windows in lieu of traditional animation, because something simple like this, it really doesn't make a difference. Here's what it looks like in the game. Whoosh. I haven't gotten any sound effects for the game yet, so I'm sure when I'm editing I'll spend some good money on some high-quality sound effects to make sure it sounds pretty right. Next, I'll use a timer to randomly open these windows every 30 to 60 seconds or so, but to close them, I'll need to create some kind of interaction system. I've made 1,000,001 interaction systems in my life, but that doesn't always mean they're simple. So I might need to stand up for this one. But, when I'm standing up, I can't seem to reach my keyboard! Or can I? Recently, FlexiSpot sent me this EN1 mahogany motorized standing desk. You ever hear that saying, sitting is the new smoking? Come along, Billy. I don't want you catching secondhand sit. But then a standing desk also sounds unappealing because you're a lazy game developer who never exercises. You guys know the feeling. Well, then the EN1 mahogany motorized standing desk is gonna blow your mind because it's adjustable to both sitting and standing heights. It adjusts pretty fast and quietly too, and it can definitely carry a lot of weight. Plus, the machine has pre-programmable buttons that remember your preferred height so you can always get that optimal 90-degree elbow action. The instruction manual did say it requires 2 people to put together, but I'm a big boy and I managed to do it all by myself. In all honesty though, it is important to look after your health, and I would highly recommend a standing desk to anybody who has a job that requires computer work for many hours a day. It has so many health benefits like reducing joint pain, better posture, better blood circulation, and it increases your energy and mood. If you do decide to make the decision to get one of these, it really increased my energy and mood if you use the link in the description, because you'd get a high quality motorized standing desk with all these health benefits, and I'll get happiness knowing you made a great decision. Now that I've closed the deal with 90% of my viewers, back to closing these windows. If I make one of these extremely useful blueprint interfaces here, I can easily communicate with any object that I press E on. So if we hit E on our window, we can just make it close and reset the timer for it to get blown back open. I'm just going to move some of these props around real quick so the windows are more accessible. Okay, now it's a lot easier to get into the position to close these, but we still need our character to freeze when the windows are open or if he goes outside. I want our freeze meter to be something cooler than just a progress bar, so let me yoink a frost texture from online and use it to create a post-process material that increases how much frost is on our screen. And after some quick box collisions to tell if we're outside or not, our screen is getting frosty on the outside and melty on the inside. That's step 4, crossed off the list. Now, you're probably thinking, well, great Canada Simulator, Shawkat, but where's the monster in the thumbnail at? I clicked on the monster in the thumbnail, I want to see a monster. Well, calm down! Whatever you saw in that thumbnail, I'm making right now. I'm thinking since we're in the woods, well, it will be the woods, our monster should be some sort of cryptid deer creature. And this is an idea I had all by myself, because of my genius creative mind. Luckily, I own another asset pack that includes a deer, but this little dude isn't scary. This guy is my friend.
You're my friend now. We're having soft tacos later.
In the blender you go, friend. Luckily, this deer is already rigged, so I can just use the bones to morph it into our monster. Now those proportions are nice and cryptid, but I think I can step it up a notch by giving him some teeth. I used a cat for reference, but then I made the teeth extra scrunkly to enforce that extra fear that he's never been to a dentist. And I think I can get this guy looking even creepier by giving him the old Super Mario 64 treatment. And now we've turned our sweet little friend into something of eldritch.
I mean, not gonna lie.
But this would look a lot scarier if it was currently nighttime.
I know, I know.
So just give me 1 second. Wow! I'm getting a real big Until Dawn vibe here.
It was just a prank, man.
Best horror game ever made. I will not be taking questions. I think I'll continue on this environmental design high and add some extra landscape. There's a reason they say Shawkat hates environmental design. I just throw random crap in there because I have no idea what I'm doing. Like these trees, which I had to grab from a third marketplace asset, despite the thick forest, it's still pretty obvious to see what the terrain is. So I think I'll approach a retro solution and just add a thick black cylinder to imply that light itself can't pass through the thick brush further on. So that's step 1 crossed off. Let's move on to 2, the power box. But there are no lights in our cabin to turn off yet, nor are there lights in the log cabin asset pack, which means I'll have to add in a 4th asset pack just to get some hanging lights in it. Can you tell I'm talking to my teeth? This horror hospital pack has the right kind of looking for. And I'll just slip those into our cabin. So, glad we're finally done importing all those high gigabyte asset packs. Now let's get a power box into our scene. I've been searching for a while, and I can't find a power box, but this storage house asset pack has a generator looking thing, and that'll work just fine. If I make the generator into an actor, I can add a function to disable all the lights in the cabin. I'll also toggle the emissive quality of these light bulb materials for a little bit of extra polish. But now our deer creature actually needs to attack this generator. And I think instead of spending a bunch of hard work figuring out how to make this deer hop the fence, I'm just gonna... So let's add a bunch of spawn points, spawn them randomly at one of them, and have him target the generator. Easy peasy lemon pound cake. He looks pretty goofy without animations, and I have no time to make all of them myself, so let's go to every game developer's favorite website, Mixamo. Mixamo allows you to automatically map the current rig to the Mixamo rig, and I'm shocked at how well it works, considering this is a quadruped animal that I bent, broke, and Frankenstein into an ungodly bipedal malformation of flesh. But it does seem to make the website very laggy, so I'll download the animations real quick off camera and get back to you. Hi, welcome back. As you can see, I have gathered an idle, walking, and a stomp animation for breaking the generator. Any remaining I'll probably have to do myself, but we'll burn those bridges when we get to them. Okay, so we target the generator, we play the animation, and right on this frame of the animation, we cut the power, and he walks back into the woods. We can also repair the box really easily with that interaction system I made, except I'll make it so you have to spam me instead of just press it. So it's like trying to pull a starting cable. You gotta work for it. Alright, big problem though. If the deer doesn't have the ability to kill us, then he's no more than an annoying neighbor who commits destruction of property. I want to go for a very classic Five Nights at Freddy's jump scare, where when he kills us, they get all up in your camera and bite your face off. So for this animation, I'll have to blend his face in Blender. Not too hard, I'm just going to stretch the neck really good, shake his head a bit with a noise generator, and chop. And if we just play the animation when we get too close to our deer, game over. Well, I also am realizing I forgot to update y'all on the time this has been taking so far, and it might not seem like a lot based on the way I edit this, but it's been about 8 hours of work, and it's getting kind of late, so I'm going to continue this in the good morning. It is now day 2, and I started late, so we have about 6 hours left in our 24-hour deadline. And you know what I'm realizing with my refreshed morning mind? This guy is not intimidating. Ever since I said he's like an annoying neighbor, that's all I can really see. When I'm playing, I just kind of want to invite him inside and work out our differences over a nice cup of tea. But I am not British, so I think instead, I'm going to completely change how everything works, but I need to keep it simple enough to complete my game in the remaining time. So here's the new plan. Instead of an intelligent creature that sabotages you, I'm switching to a creepier, stalking predator vibe for the deer. So instead of the deer breaking the generator, it breaks down randomly because it sucks butts. Instead of the deer putting out the fire, it goes out over time and you have to collect sticks from outside to keep it lit. The deer now wanders the deep woods where he is no harm to you, but will sometimes stalk you in the nearby woods, which it will aggressively chase you if you go outside. And if a window swings open, the deer will attempt to climb into your cabin. I'm pretty sure making the generator random should be super easy because I can just reuse the randomness code I made for the windows flying open. Yeah, that was super easy, so let's fix that AI. I'll add more target points around the windows so we can come up to them when they're open. Very nice, not creepy at all. And if we go outside when he's not in the deep woods, I'll just make him chase you until you're back inside. Okay, yeah, that's a little bit scarier than what we had before. Oh, and you know what might be good? I think I'll add some rotation to his head bone so he's always looking at you directly. Because, pro tip to horror game developers, there's nothing scarier than eye contact. People ask you what your worst fear is, and you say, oh, you know, the dark, clowns, you know, alligators. But no. Think about when you go to a Starbucks and that cashier's looking you in the eye. They're like staring into your soul, and they're like, what do you want? What do you want in your drink? What do you want? And you're just like, And yeah, that's AI pretty much done. It's very simple this way, other than climbing through the windows. That's going to be the hard part. And we have about 3 hours left, so let's make this fire go out real quick. I'll remove this delicious pan of stew so the player doesn't get confused about the purpose of the furnace. And we can fade the fire out over time using the same timer functionality that the Windows and the generator uses. And for the visual effect, I'll just fade out the audio, the lights, scale down this fire effect, and reduce the emissive properties of the logs. Yeah, that fire is going out. So yeah, fire goes out, and we start to freeze. To give the player incentive to leave the cabin, let's spawn some sticks outside. I don't have any stick models, but I'm kind of tired of importing entire asset packs just for a single model, so I'm just going to take this pile of logs, and there we go, pile of sticks. I'll make it if we walk over one, it adds one to our character, and then we can use our interaction system on the fire. It removes a stick from our player and adds 30 seconds to the fire's lifespan. Okay, 2 hours left, and we still have to make the scariest part of the game, the deer climbing through your window. That's kind of like the part I've been excited about, but also scared about, which is why I'm procrastinating. There's nothing on mix mode that can be used, so I'm going to have to make something pretty easy and cheap in Blender, but we don't have a lot of time, so this animation is going to okay, if you look at it for more than a second, you can see it's a very poorly made animation, but the players will be too busy screaming their heads off to notice. Also, even though it's not great, it actually took like almost an hour to make, so we only have a little over 60 minutes left. So let me actually play this animation when it approaches the window. Oh, my window blew open. I better close it in this weather. Oh, hello, sir. You must be cold out there. Oh, excuse me, this is private property, and legally you are trespassing. I didn't show myself programming any of it because that's pretty boring to watch, but that actually took the entire remaining hour to set up. So, okay, we've completed the game. Oh, wait, I need to make it so if you survive until morning, you actually win. Okay, we've completed the game. And let me just add a death screen and purchase a bunch of sound effects. Okay, we've completed the game. But my mama did raise an honest man, so I'll have to admit, if you count the time I spent adding sound effects and stuff, I did go over the time limit by about an hour. If you want to play it, I uploaded it on itch.io, but only visit if you're ready to lose your voice out of screaming from fear. I didn't really have enough creative juices to come up with a good name, so Tyler and I went to a horror name generator, and it came up with Woodwalker. Future Aiden here. I just watched an episode of Adventure Time, and they call this tree the Wicker Devil. When we see the Wicker Devil tree, tell it Jason, hello. And I thought that was the coolest thing ever, so I'm stealing it. This game is now called The Wicker Devil. Go download The Wicker Devil on itch.io. If this game wasn't scary enough for you, check out my other game I'm working on, Nightly Routine. You'll be frightened about the amount of work I've been putting into that game. And join the Discord.
Alright, guys. I'll see you later. I'm tired. Bro, what? I can't. I'll see y'all later.